Hi ladies! Today I wanted to do an updated tutorial on eyebrows. We now have two different options. Well, actually there's more options than that, but I'm going to show you two different options. So you're familiar with our pencil and our fiber gel you can use with our pencil. We now have an eyebrow palette. It is like our other palettes. It has the magnetic close. It has the mirror in it. And then it also comes with two different colors for your eyebrows. It comes with two different highlighters. You have a matte. It's in a light pink color. And then you have a shimmer, which is a nice light champagne color. It kind of is close to our Pigment Sexy. And then you have a tinted wax that you put on your eyebrows after you use the powder. And this is going to make them bulletproof. It's going to make them smudge proof. It's going to help them be water resistant. You can also just use this on days where you are in a hurry. Because it's tinted, you can just put it right on there. So the first thing I'm going to start with is our pencil and our fiber gel. These are water resistant and smudge proof. So I'll do the palette on one eyebrow and I will use this on the other. So when I do my eyebrows with the pencil, I like to brush them down to start with. And this way I can see my natural line, and it helps me get in there to the natural line easier. So the pencil is really tiny. Wish you could see that. And that's going to help you create small little strokes that mimic your hairs. So I start at the top and I'm just going to follow my natural line. And if you tweeze, your line might be a little bit higher, but you can still see the line where your natural brows were before you tweezed or waxed them. So I like to follow that. And I go up and around, and I have blonde hairs, and then there's a point where I just don't have hairs anymore. So I kind of create my own end, and I just try to keep it within that angle off of your eye. And then once you kind of have that line in, what I like to do is then I'm going to brush these up and put them in place where you want them to go. So I over tweezed right there, and so I know that's somewhere I need to color in a little bit. So there we go. And then I follow my bottom line right here, and I do the small strokes to get this bottom line defined. And then once that is defined, I like to go back in and color in so there's not so many bald spots. So that everything is nice and colorful. And then I just take this spoolie and I go back through and kind of brush in the pencil to make sure everything is smoothed out. And then I grab the gel, and this has the same fibers that our mascara has in it, and so it helps give your eyebrows a little bit more volume if you need it. So I know it kind of defeats the purpose, but I like to go backwards, and that gets the fibers underneath the hair so you can get that volume. And then I just go back and put them where they belong. So the gel is going to help get your eyebrows to stay all day long, and then both of these products whether you want to just use one or the other, are both smudge proof and water resistant. So I didn't realize how important eyebrows are to complete your look. The next one is our palette, and I am super excited about this. Beginners, this is going to be very easy for you to use. It's powder, therefore it's a lot more forgiving than using a pencil. Those of you that just prefer powder anyways, this is amazing. And then it just comes with so many more products. My ring light is making it. So you can see that's pink and it's going to be matte. It's cream to powder. And then this is the shimmer color, and it's also cream to powder. And you can use this. I'm going to show you a few other items you can use this palette for besides your eyebrows. So this is our Brow Artist brush, and I highly recommend if you're going to get this palette, you get this brush. Look how tiny this brush is. Look how thin it is. Same on the other side. This is the side I used for the wax. It is perfect for your eyebrows, so you're not gonna over color. It's not too big, so you can't get a good, nice, defined line when you use the bigger brushes. So I like to take this darker color first, and with this one, I do not do my eyebrows up or down like I did on this one. They're brushed to where I want them. And so I use the darker color to define the lines, so the upper and lower lines. And then I use the lighter color to color them in. But it's really up to you if you only want to use one color, or you want to use the other, or you want to use both. It's up to you. There are, I feel like, no real rules with makeup. It's whatever makes you feel good and you like. I'm just here to share the products with you and how I use them, and hopefully you guys can get some good tips out of this. So I'm going to just define the lines, and I just find this so easy to use. I've been grabbing it more and more than the pencils, even though I'm not a beginner with my eyebrows. I just find it's, for me, sometimes just easier to use. So I'm going to now grab that lighter color, and I'm going to use that to color in. I naturally have blonde hair, and so I have to add a little bit more color to my eyebrows so that they match my hair color and it doesn't look funny. So I'm just going to using that light color, and I'm coloring in and just kind of making sure all the colors are mixed good together. I always have a question mark here out at the end because my eyebrows are blonde out there and then they just kind of end. And then the last part is this tinted wax. This is what's going to keep your eyebrows in place all day long. It is also going to help them be water resistant and smudge proof. And it's really, it's light. I was a little, when I got this, unsure of the wax, and it is one of my favorite parts. If I'm having a quick day where I need to get ready, sometimes I'll just use the wax to put my eyelashes in place, and then since it's tinted, it helps fill them in. So you just use the wax and go over what you went. If you wanted to, you could, if you just have an extra spoolie laying around, you can make sure you can make sure the wax is mixed in and you got it on all of your lashes. And bam, it's done. So this is the pencil, this is the powder. So these two other products in here are highlights, and on the back of this it gives you instructions on what you can use them for. I personally am in love with this pink color. It goes on cream and it dries to a powder finish. And it is just, you could use probably one of our cream splurge brushes, a synthetic brush. I wouldn't use a real like goat hair brush or a real hair brush. You're gonna want a synthetic brush. Otherwise, if it's not a synthetic brush, it's just gonna soak up the product and not get it on your eye. But your finger works just as well. I feel like it just adds, it makes your eyes just look so clean when you put this on. And you can use this with other eyeshadow colors. You can just use it as a highlight under your brow, above your brow. But what I've been doing lately is using this pink on my eyelids. And then I've been grabbing the shimmer and I've been using that as a highlight. I mean, look at that, it's gorgeous. And you could also use that on your eyes if you wanted to use that up under on your brow bone. You could use that up there, but I mean, it's gorgeous. Look at that. You could use it on your Cupid's bow to give you that pouty look on your lip. Add it to the other side. Anywhere you normally highlight, you can totally use this product for. On your nose. You can put it in the middle to make your lips have that ombre look. I mean, you can use it for so many different things. Okay, so get this. You can also use, this is eyeshadow. I mean, I love when you can use multiple products for more than one thing. So you can grab the brown and use it as an eyeshadow. This palette you can use for pretty much anything. I mean, and that is a gorgeous, it's just a gorgeous color. So these palettes, just like our pencils, they come in 3 different colors. The pencils are light, medium, and dark. The palettes are based off of hair color. So they're labeled blonde hair, brunette hair, and then dark brunette / black hair. And like I said, I highly suggest getting the brush with it. Otherwise, it kind of defeats the purpose. So you can use these colors for eyeshadows. I can grab this darker color in here and add a little bit to this corner to make it a little bit darker. I can use it as eyeliner. I'm just gonna grab the artist brush. It's so tiny. I'm gonna grab this dark color and you can just get right in there with it and use it as an eyeliner. The other thing, I'm gonna take off my lipstick. This matte pink color looks gorgeous by itself on your lips. So if you don't have a lipstick with you, you can just grab, I mean, this palette literally, you could just throw it in your purse and you could be good all day long for whatever you needed to touch up. But this palette you can use for so many different things. So I'm going to pick off my lipstick. That's Sentimental, by the way. Oh, it's gorgeous. It's one of our Splash liquid lipsticks. Oops, I had some fallout right there. Okay. And you just grab the pink. I went too much over my lips. And it's just a nice muted pink color. But I'm not done yet. You can also grab a little bit of the brown and mix that brown in with that cream before it dries. And you now have brown lips. Grab a little bit more. So there's so many things you can do with this palette. So do not be scared of it. It's, if you're a beginner with brows, if you're an intermediate, if you're a pro, all levels from the feedback I've gotten, love this palette. And we also have the oldie but goodies, the pencil and the gel, which I also love as well. So if you have any questions, please, please, please let me know. Just comment below. I would be happy to answer them. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Have a great day.